Ronnie Terry was – it all happened the same day. It's just crazy how it all –
The ways have been parted.
Yeah.
Between Texas and Rodney Terry.
Yeah, Ronnie Terry's out.
The ways have been parted.
Yeah, Ronnie Terry's out. Sean Miller, I don't know if that was made official.
It is not.
Not official. Okay, so can you update us on where that stands at Texas?
Yeah, so the decision, the way that Chris Del Conte, the Texas AD, does things is he doesn't officially part ways with anybody in any sport for the most part until he's already got his next guy.
Yeah.
So the decision had already been made a few days ago with Rodney Terry, but officially he told him earlier today. And then reports from the Austin American-Statesman and others in the Texas group over there said that Sean Miller was going to be the guy, and it's done. My sources say it was not quite done as of earlier this evening, but it is headed that way, likely to be Sean Miller. Now, I remember a couple years ago when Rodney Terry went in, before he went in the Elite Eight run, Chris Beard was fired. Rodney Terry took over on an interim basis, went an Elite Eight run, kept the job. Before that, Sean Miller was done. He was going to be the guy 2 years ago. So Chris Del Conte knew already. He liked Sean Miller, wanted Sean Miller, and now it is likely that he will get Sean Miller as the next coach at Texas.
Here's my question to you, Jeff. And it belongs in the same conversation with Ryan Odom and going to Virginia and leaving VCU. Is Texas a better job in the next 3 years in basketball than Xavier is? On the one hand, at Xavier, you don't have to compete with football for resources, for attention, for recruiting dollars, for NIL, for anything from rev share, right? You don't have to deal with any of that. You're one of the best jobs in your league in terms of what the resources that you can have provided for you. You are in a conference where 5 teams made the NCAA tournament in the Big East this year. Who knows how long River Pitino is going to be there, right? It's much easier to finish near the top of the Big East than it is to finish near the top of the SEC. Now, the counter is you could go 6-12 in the SEC and make the NCAA tournament.
This year.
So I do believe there's a valid argument to make that Xavier is a better job right now as in the basketball world than Texas is. Do you agree with that?
I don't think so. I understand what you're trying to say because ultimately one thing that you can do at Xavier is with revenue sharing coming in, you don't have to worry about football money.
Yep.
Okay, so you're going to get $20.5 million. You could, in theory, use $8 million if you want to, if you're at Xavier. At Texas, you have $20.5 million. A couple million is going to go to scholarships of all the other teams. You're down to $18 million. I don't know, 50%. Let's say it's $3 million in revenue sharing. Well, that's a big disparity. Now, you can make up for it. You can raise some of that extra money, especially this year. You don't know what it's going to look like here in coming years. I just feel like if you're Sean Miller, you're thinking to yourself, I never got to a Final Four at Arizona. I was close. He went to, I think, 3 Elite Eights. I think he thinks at Xavier, it's tough. It's tough to go to a Final Four there. Really tough to win a national title. At Texas, they have resources. Will they use them? And that would be my thing to Sean Miller, who I haven't talked to today. But, hey, Sean, are they going to devote the resources to basketball, or are you going to get there and it's going to be all about football?
Well, that's going to be the problem, is I think it's going to be all about football. And you talk about, well, you get $3 million, but you got to raise some money. What Texas boosters are going to give money to the basketball program?
Matthew McConaughey.
Does he care?
I don't know.
Kevin Durant. Is he going to? Does he
want
have
to figure it out?
Does he want to fund it? That's the thing. You have the money there at Xavier, and I don't know. I don't even know if what I'm arguing I actually believe.
Would you rather live in Austin, Texas, or Cincinnati, Ohio?
Probably Austin, Texas. But here's the other angle of it, Jeff, is that I don't think we will actually have an answer on this until we get clarity on how revenue sharing is going to work in collegiate athletics.
All right, listen.